Okay, I'm so sick and tired of dealing with you, Roxy. You're so annoying, and I hate seeing your ugly face around the house. Here's my plan. You really need to get this through your thick skull of yours, okay? You need to leave the house immediately and never come back here. So start packing your things now.
Whoa, Stacy, just hold on a minute, okay? Where on earth did this come from? You want me to leave immediately? But why? I don't understand. After all, if you kick me out of this house, I'll have nowhere to go. You don't really want that for me, do you? That's not fair at all, Stacy. There's nowhere for me to stay around here.
How am I supposed to know what to do about that, huh? That's not my problem. I just want you to go. I don't really care if you have to live on the street or whatever. Hey, what I'm gonna do is toss all of your belongings into the garden so you can fetch it. After that, you can just disappear forever. It's like you never existed.
Please, just stop this. Don't just throw my things into the garden. I've got some really valuable things of mine that are quite fragile and I don't need them damaged. Look, I've got some really important tools that I use for my work and there's a lot there that I don't want moved or tossed outside, okay? It costs a lot of money to replace otherwise.
What? Work tools? What on earth are you talking about? I really don't care about that. Your work tools isn't that stupid drawing set that you have, is it? You've been staying in this house all this time, insisting that what you're actually doing is work, right? Ugh, I feel so sorry for Father and Jerry for having to put up with you. Wow.
You've got no idea what I even do for a living, Stacy. What I have is a decent job and it pays well, so stop dissing what I do, for goodness sake.
Okay, chill out, Roxy. Look, I don't really give a crap. All I want is for you to get out of this house, so just leave already. Will you please stop ruining things for me? It's getting rather annoying. I need you out right now because I'm pregnant and I'll need more space for when I have this baby. So just do as I say.
I suppose you're just acting with your own interests in mind. Was this your plan the entire time? Fine, if this is what you want to happen, Stacy, so be it. I'll give you what you want. I'll leave. Just please give me some more time to sort some things out. You can't just spring this on me, okay? Just give me an extra week.
Are you kidding me? I can't live in the same house as you for another week. That's just physically impossible for me to do. I'm going to be returning home soon to have this baby, okay? I don't need to have my baby breathing the same air as you when it's born. It doesn't need to be exposed to you and how annoying you are.
Must you really be so horrible to me, Stacy? I haven't done anything to deserve this. I have been nothing but nice to you, and the things you're saying is going too far.
All I'm saying is what I know is true. It's so nice to have a fake nice girl like you around to pick on. This is my family house, and I can do whatever I like to you. I don't want my child growing up with an annoying auntie like you hanging around. They just don't need your energy around them.
But I've got every right to be here. You can't just do something like this to me. If I leave here, what am I supposed to do? How am I going to move my stuff?
Okay, those things you have no need to worry about, Roxy. I've already organized your accommodation. Don't threat. I did it properly. I guess you won't be on the street after all.
Huh? What are you talking about? Wow, you obviously had this plan for a while, haven't you? Are you actually being serious right now?
Of course! I'm dead serious, Roxy. I got you a place. I got you a luxurious storage room for you to live in for the rest of your natural-born life.
Excuse me? Did you say that you've gotten a storage room for me to live in? Are you crazy? Do you really think I'll even be able to fit my whole life in a storage room? I can't believe that a storage room was the first thing you thought of when it came to kicking me out and needing somewhere else to live.
Well, I may be kicking you out, but I'm not that horrible. A storage room would be completely suitable for you and the things you own. You're a complete burden to this family, and I just wanted you out as soon as possible. You understand, right? You should be lucky that I'm doing something nice for you instead of being selfish.
Okay, yeah, what you're doing is still pretty selfish. There's no doubt about that, Stacy. So what's going to happen to the room I'm in then?
Well, of course, you know that I've decided to take it over and use it as my own, right? Once I return home to have this baby, my brother is going to give up his room so I can have it. It's only natural for me to do that since I'm kicking you out of that room. He doesn't need it anymore. My brother also told me to sleep in the storeroom. I'm not planning on doing that. I need my own space, so would you hurry up and clean out the room so that I can move in? Saves me doing it since I'm very pregnant now.
You've got to be kidding me right now. I can't believe this is happening to me. Stacy, you can't do this to me. But, well, I get it. I should have known you'd do something like this eventually.
I don't care for what you've got to say to me anymore, Roxy. Just get out of my house and get out of my brother's life. Please leave immediately, okay?
Oh my God, Roxy, are you there? I've been trying to get hold of you for a while. I'm really sorry about what's going on, okay? I didn't know what to do. I really wanted to stop her from what she was doing. But it's really difficult to go against anything my sister says. You understand that, right?
Oh, really now? Come on, Jerry. What's going on here? Why is she doing this to me? There's no reason for me to get kicked out of the room. Why aren't you resisting what she's doing?
I really don't know why. I just have trouble standing up to her, you know? I guess it's because you're weak-minded. After all, my sister's older, so she's able to show her leadership more. Not that it's a good thing or anything, but I guess that's why things have ended up this way.
You think it's because of bad luck? Are you serious right now, Jerry? I was hoping that you'd protect me and stand up for me against Stacy. Why haven't you?
I mean, it's easier said than done when it's against my sister. She's just so forceful. But if you're saying things like that to me, shouldn't you have stood up for yourself too?
I'm not surprised at your response, considering she told me that you and my own father-in-law helped move my things out into the garden. I can't believe you both right now. How am I supposed to stand up for myself when it's basically 3 people against little old me, Jerry? How could you both do this to me?
I don't know. I was just doing what Stacy told me to do because otherwise she'd get really angry and you don't want to see her angry. I felt so bad having to do that, and I feel really bad that I'm helping you get kicked out, Roxy. But now you understand how helpless you are, right?
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? That I'm at the point of no return? That there's no point in helping your own wife, Jerry? Are you kidding me?
I don't know, Roxy. Maybe this is a good time to think about how you can fix that weak-minded personality of yours. Take this as an opportunity to change yourself. That's how humans grow, you know? From the bad experiences that they're going through. I'm sure that you'll be better off after moving out.
What on earth are you saying, Jerry? I can't understand where this is coming from at all. This happened because I'm immature and can't handle difficult people?
Well, that's not entirely it, Roxy. It's better to be able to protect yourself in case of an emergency, right? If you think about today, for example, it was a difficult situation and you can grow from that. I think this happening is going to make you feel better in the long run because you'll be stronger and be able to see what happens when you don't stand up for yourself.
I can't believe that you're telling me this right now, Jerry. You think what you're saying is a good thing? I'm about to be kicked out of the house for no reason. Fine, whatever. I don't want to fight about this anymore. If I can't rely on you anymore, then I won't, even though you're supposed to be my husband.
There's no need to act like that towards me when there's not much I can do about it. Roxy, just try to not think about the negative, okay?
Excuse me? What on earth are you talking about now, Jerry? How can I not talk negatively considering what's happening to me right now?
Just whatever you do, don't try and get revenge because it's not going to do you or anyone any good. My father and I are also wanting to visit my sister. It's just things have gotten so much worse since our mother passed away, and we don't need any other problems at the moment. My sister just isn't coping.
And what's that got to do with what's happening to me? That's not an excuse for her behavior towards me, Jerry. It doesn't matter to me at all, to be honest.
Well, that's why my father and I don't want anything more to do with what's going on. I really don't want to get involved in this problem you two are having, okay?
But you're supposed to be my husband and help me out. How could you? How far are you going to go in playing the victim, Jerry? I am so over this way you're acting.
I'm not playing the victim or anything like that, Roxy. Please don't be like this. I just don't want to be involved in the fight. We don't have much leeway either, so I can't just easily go against my sister.
What do you mean you can't afford to do that? How is it that you can't disobey Stacy? It makes no sense when, as her brother, you should be able to say no. Is this because she's married to that guy? What's his name? Cody? The president of the company? Is that why you can't say anything but yes to her?
No, that's not it at all, Roxy. Besides, you understand that I know that you're infertile, right? She's pregnant and doesn't want you hanging around. You understand, right?
Excuse me? What the heck did you just say to me? Did you just say that I'm infertile? What the heck is the problem with you people?
You know that my father just wants grandchildren now, okay? And it's obvious for us that children weren't going to be in the picture anytime soon. My sister is pregnant, Roxy. At this point, she's doing better in life than you are, Roxy. She's able to actually carry a baby in her belly. Knowing that keeps my father going.
Wow, really? This crap again? I've had enough of this. There is absolutely no point in talking to you anymore. I didn't think you were that horrible to say something like that.
Wait a minute, Roxy. I was just saying that so you understand why Stacy is wanting to be back here. Please, believe me. Please answer me.
Oh, dear sister-in-law. Roxy, are you going to answer me? How's it going? How comfortable is the storage room, huh? Easy to sleep in, right? It's nice and cool at night when there's a nice breeze coming in, yeah? I chose it especially for you, so I hope that you like that little feature.
Oh yes, I totally agree with you, Stacy. I'm sure that the breeze that blows through the storage room is quite cool. So nice that you thought of me in that way.
Right? I told you that I've got your best interests at heart. And also, on top of that, you can play with the insects as well. You'll get well acquainted living together.
Ah, I see what you mean about the bugs. It's still summer, so of course there's still a lot of bugs hanging around. Yeah, you're right. But I do have to apologize. I'm not in the storage room anymore. I know how much trouble you went into getting all of this sorted for me, but I really couldn't stay there.
Huh? What do you mean you left? Really? But why? Like you said, I thought that it would be the perfect place for you to live in since I kicked you out of the house.
Well, yes, I left. Of course I knew that there was no way that I was going to be able to fall asleep in here when there are so many bugs and I can feel the wind blow through. So I actually left town so that I could find some decent accommodation. I've started staying at a business hotel. I wanted to feel a bit more comfortable.
Oh, what? You actually did leave? Wow, I thought that you would have stuck it out for a bit longer than this. Ugh, well, aren't you boring? What's happened to your stuff then?
I decided to take only my valuables since I can at least leave them here at the business hotel, and I left the rest at the company. The truck's coming tomorrow.
Oh, why must you be so boring and organized, huh? I was trying to have some fun with this, and you go ahead and ruin it. So rude of you, Roxy. Since you had a good chance to be there, you should have stayed in the storage room. I suppose you've got no sense of adventure. I guess that makes you a boring woman, huh?
Excuse me? You're calling me a boring woman? Whatever for? Must you feel like you have the right to insult me, Stacy? Is this really necessary?
I'm just saying that because Jerry was always talking about that when it came to you. Also my father as well. You're a boring woman, Roxy, and he said he was bored of being with you. I think you're really boring as well and don't fit into this family at all. That's why I needed you to leave. I was doing you a favor, Roxy.
Oh, is that so, Stacy? Well, to be honest, I don't care what you've got to say about me, and I don't care what your family thinks about me either.
Oh, wow. Since when did you become so strong and forceful? What a joke. A shut-in like you wouldn't be able to survive when you got kicked out of the house. I don't intend on forgiving you for acting like this, or if you try and come for me, alright? You're not allowed back here, no matter what.
I haven't done anything to you or the rest of your family, so why would you even want to forgive me for, huh? You're the ones who forced me out.
It was good to get rid of you in the first place. I'm pretty sure that you've been cooped up in the house for too long and living like a parasite. You really need to pay back what you took from my father and my brother. Give them back the living expenses that you owe them, you little thief!
You do realize that I wasn't mooching off your family, right? I was always at home more often because I've been working from home, Stacy.
Yeah, and doing what exactly? What work could you be possibly doing at home? Drawing pictures, am I correct in saying that? I assume you might get a little bit of pocket money every now and then for that, but it's not a proper job, Roxy. So don't talk utter crap to me.
But you know, if we really think about it, I've been doing a lot more than you ever have, Stacy. You've never had a proper job, am I right?
What are you talking about? What's that got to do with me kicking you out of my house? So what if I've never had a job, Roxy? So what if I married a man who has money, Roxy? Also, on top of that, I'm a full-time housewife, so I've got no time to work at all. It's a tough job to have.
Well, yes, I think that being that now is a tough job, yes. But ever since you've left school and gotten married, you've been at home, right?
So what? What's wrong with living at your parents' house, Roxy? I'm not some parasite. I'm an essential part of this family. I'm not someone from the outside like you are.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that because it seems like you've done nothing almost your whole adult life. I'm trying to speak the truth, Stacy.
Well, that's enough. Even though I'm talking to an idiot like you, I'll never reveal my guilt to someone like you to use it against me. You're so sneaky, Roxy. If you're not going to want to take back what's yours, then why don't you just leave us alone and drop to the lower classes of society? I'd rather you be miserable right now.
Well, you can't predict something like that happening to me, Stacy. You never know what could happen to someone you've got no control over.
Well, that's what I want, and I always get what I want. I want you to be living a miserable life so that I no longer have to put up with you ever again. Got it? Excuse me? Are you going to reply to me or what? I've been trying to contact you, you little cow. What the heck are you doing? I just got a call telling me to leave the house as soon as possible. What's the meaning of this, huh? Since when do I have to leave?
Oh, hi there. I was wondering when you were going to get a phone call. That was my lawyer calling you, by the way. She's right in what she said. The house has officially been sold to another family, so please do as you're told and move out immediately. Stacy, I mean it. It's time to leave.
What the heck are you talking about? Just wait a minute, okay? How could you possibly be able to kick me out of this house? What do you mean the house has been sold?
Don't you get it, Stacy? The house that you're living in is no longer suitable to live in, okay? What's so difficult for you to understand, huh? Do I have to repeat myself?
Since when did you get the God-given right to kick me out of this house for? Since when was the house sold without my prior knowledge of it happening?
That house that you claim to have all the rights to, well, it's actually in my name. So I can actually do whatever I want with it, Stacy. You really messed up, didn't you?
Excuse me? What do you mean that the house is in your name? How is that even possible when it's my father's house, huh? Stop lying to me, Roxy!
I'm not lying to you, Stacy. Wow, did you really have no idea about this? I was the one who paid for the renovations on this house, so they changed it to be in my name. You do know that your father and your brother haven't put any money towards the renovations or the home loans on the house for a while now, right?
Are you actually kidding me right now? This can't be true, surely. This house, it's actually in your name? Did you scam them into doing this? This is just some sick joke, right? How has nobody told me about this happening? This doesn't make any sense to me at all. Explain yourself, Roxy!
Both your father and Jerry have a lot of pride when it comes to themselves. It's so stupid, to be honest with you. They didn't want to admit to anyone that I paid for everything.
But it just doesn't make sense that they wouldn't tell me since I'm the eldest daughter and sister. Great. So what am I supposed to do now?
Well, it looks like the three of you have got no choice but to leave the premises and never come back. You're going to have to leave the house and pack up everything you own. I'm only going to give a very limited amount of time to do this, so you better hurry up. If you continue to claim this house as your own, then I'll have no choice but to call the police.
Whoa! Just hold on just a damn minute, okay? There's no need to go that far, and you need to give me a lot more time since we have a lot of stuff in here. There's no need for you to be so arrogant towards me. I've got rights, you know? This is my parents' house, for goodness sake. What gives you any right to kick me out?
Oh, it's fine for you to kick me out of my house and toss my belongings in the garden, but when I do that to you, I can't do it? I can't throw your stuff out my window since the house is in my name?
No, you shouldn't be allowed to do that at all. That's just unfair since you're just a stranger who invaded my family's life. Don't you know I'm at full term? You can't just violate my rights.
Look, everything's going to be all right. When you finally leave the house, I'll have a car come by and pick you up. Just stay in the hospital until your child is born, okay?
Huh? Are you kidding me right now? How on earth am I supposed to make that happen when I'm having no labor symptoms yet?
No, I totally understand. The baby that's in your belly right now is not at fault, and I'm trying to think of what's best for the child and the woman giving birth to it. I would like to do my best to support the baby and you during this trying time, at least until you give birth, since I want the baby to also be born in a safe and healthy place. But you've really got to leave the house, especially because of what you did to me. It's my house, and there's no other way to put it. I don't know what your father and Jerry will do.
Well, shouldn't you also be giving more support to me and to them since you're doing this to us? How on earth did you manage to pay for the renovations in the first place? I thought that you were a shut-in and hardly ever left the house. I thought that you were unemployed and lived off of my father and brother.
Well, you're wrong because I'm not unemployed. As I tried to explain to you, I've got a job. I work as an illustrator and I earn a decent wage from it.
Wait, what? You're actually an illustrator? I've heard something about that job before, but I thought it was just drawing that didn't earn much.
How do you not know this field? Didn't you know that there's big changes happening in the industry and more illustrations are needed? There are huge advertisements all over the airport and down by the mall about illustrators needed for developing new smartphone games.
Well, I do know a little bit about it. I'm not completely stupid. Those games are developed and operated by Cody's company.
Yes, I do know that. I was in charge of the character design for the game that his company is working on, Stacy.
I'm sorry, what? You were in charge of something? Are you kidding me? Well, I guess you're full of surprises, aren't you, Roxy?
Do you finally believe that I'm actually doing a proper job for once? I don't know why it took you so long to actually listen to me and actually believe what I say.
No, that's not it at all. But if this were all true, there was no way that it was that obvious. You keep to yourself way too much, so I wouldn't know a lot about what you do.
I don't think it's impossible to not know what I'm doing, considering I've got my own space where I design and draw my ideas, Stacy. But I'm also not working under my real name. You know what I'll do? I'll send you a business card so that you can know what's going on and that you can show Cody as well.
Okay, so I talked to Cody about what you told me, and he admitted that you're a designer. He was also surprised, as this was the first time that he's heard about this from you. Why the heck haven't you said anything to us about this? Why have you been so silent about this up until now? It makes no sense to me.
Well, a lot of the reason why I kept so quiet about it is because I have several jobs going on at the same time. I remember seeing an advertisement at the airport not so long ago. I actually accepted the job offer before you both got married to each other. Also, I've never talked to Cody directly about what I do for work.
If that's really the case, it doesn't surprise me that you were able to pay for the renovations since you had so many jobs and now this one. Why must you be so silent around me and my family about this? Can't you just tell me your reasons for this? I just want to understand.
I don't know, because I just left that part out in terms of telling you. It's not something I like to brag about. And your father and brother insisted, okay? You know, being nice to me now isn't going to work, Stacy. It's too late to take back what happened. I'm going to inform Cody about the matter between us.
What? But I hardly did anything to you. Just wait a minute, please, Roxy. Please just stop this. This is just an internal conflict we have, okay? I can make this right if you let me. We're family, remember? It's natural for us to fight and bicker about things, and you were also keeping secrets from us, so basically we're even now, right?
What the heck, Stacy? This isn't how it works. You literally kicked me out of my house, and you tried to make me sleep in some disgusting storage room. I don't think I can take all that back since you were so horrible and obviously didn't care about me being on the street. All you care about is yourself, and that will never change.
Please, just don't say anything to my husband, okay? He doesn't need to know because it's not his business. He's not involved with this. Come on! I'm actually sorry that I didn't know enough about you. What's it going to take for you to forgive me for what happened? I'll do anything, okay?
No, I don't plan on forgiving you at all. You threw my stuff out into the garden and you didn't listen to me. What's worse is that you all turned against me, even my own husband. You do know that you released all those disgusting bugs into the warehouse before I went in there, right? I'm not dumb, Stacy.
Huh? What do you mean? I didn't do anything like that. I can't help that there were bugs in the storage room. Please don't be like this. Don't tell my husband what happened.
I was sleeping in there and you knew that. Don't you know that all of this is your fault? Were you trying to harass me? I was just about to leave, but I took a video instead. And you know what I'm going to do with that video? I intend to send it to Cody so he knows what kind of conditions you threw me into.
Please don't do that. He doesn't need to see anything like that. I'm really sorry. Please, I'll do anything to make this up to you. Just don't kick me out of the house.
Ah, oops. It's already too late. I already sent it to him before you replied to me. Oh well. I wonder what he's going to think of his pregnant wife now.
How dare you? Please unsend it. Come on, Roxy. I'm really sorry, and I didn't mean to do any of those things.
It's too late. I've got nothing more to say to you, so with that, I'm going to go now. Get out of the house now, or you'll be walking to the hospital.
Please, you can't do this to me right now. I need help, especially since I'm pregnant. There's no way that I can walk all the way to the hospital by myself. Help me out, Roxy. I didn't mean to do what I did. I don't want my husband to leave me or my family. They're going to be so unhappy with me. Don't ruin my life. I'm sorry. Please come back and help me.
Your days of messing with my life are over, Stacy. I'm just trying to teach you how to be nice to people. I'm going to block you now. I don't want anything to do with you ever again. Goodbye and good riddance. After that dilemma, Roxy blocked Stacy from messaging her. She never wanted to see or have any contact with her ever again. She couldn't believe that the responsibility of the house was passed on Roxy by her father and Jerry. She's also been cut off by her family, whom she trusted to be on her side. Also, Roxy's father-in-law and Jerry have had a lot of difficulty trying to make ends meet. It seems like they were up to their ears in debt and didn't know what to do about it. All three of them must now be living a difficult life, living to feed themselves the next day. It seems that Cody is taking care of the newborn baby by himself after ditching his wife, Stacy. Roxy goes over to meet him sometimes, and she thinks the baby is very cute. Roxy is still working as an illustrator and often receives a lot of work from Cody. She's able to live a stable and self-fulfilling life every day. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.